Okay, so I sent you
Well,
the
which one?
link. Is technology helping the world? I sent you the link.
Okay,
Did you get
I
it?
wrote this. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, great. So is technology helping the world? So let's begin.
Oh,
Yeah, the first one. Is technology, I mean, technology is making the world a better place. So of course, so you
yes.
have to. Alright, so you agree.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree
You agree.
because
Why do you agree?
this this statement this statement didn't mean that it didn't make the world a worse place. Like
Mm-hmm.
maybe it can like happen at the same time. The technology indeed is making the world a better place, but also at the same time it has a lot of disadvantage. So
Disadvantages. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So
so
which one is
more
greater?
great.
Yeah. Do
I
do you
think
have
good. I think good. Better.
the advantages or the
Yes.
good sides? Okay.
Yes.
So because we have more advantages than disadvantages, then we can say technology is making the world a better place.
Yes.
Could you give some, let's say, specific examples wherein the world became a better place to live in with the help of technology?
Like technology. I think a lot because technology is it is in this is in different categories like
Mm-hmm.
from our life like our like iPad, computer,
Mm-hmm.
Wi-Fi, or
Mm-hmm.
to transportation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's
transport
take just one example. Let's
one
take
example.
one.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
maybe
will say
let's say
Wi-Fi, like
internet connection. The
yeah,
internet.
internet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think it helps really a lot. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you are in different places,
Mm-hmm.
like different countries, or just in different places, but you still can connect to your families or talk
Mm-hmm.
about different things like meeting. Like now it's a
Mm-hmm.
COVID time, but we still can have classes. It's because of internet. Because of
Mm-hmm.
internet, so we can do a lot of things and face the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think internet Wi-Fi. This is really a thing, technology thing that makes the world better.
Mm-hmm. Well, right. If we look at the advantages of the internet, of course, it has made the world better. I mean, a better place in terms of the convenience in accessing a lot of information. So unlike before, let's use your current situation as an example. You are a student right now, and
Mm-hmm.
normally you do a lot of research, right? So
Mm.
you do some homework wherein you need to, for instance, do research about a certain man in history or a certain event in the past. And without the internet, you would have to go to a library and then,
Mm.
gather all the books that you think you could find information about this, let's say, person or event. And then you would have to start, flipping the pages and looking for all the
Mm.
information you could get. So that is very time consuming. And of course, it's not that efficient in terms of how much you could get done um, in a short time. But with the
Mm.
internet, you could just type a name, for instance, on Google,
Mm.
and you could get all the information out there about this person. So
Mm.
it has really made studying or research, for instance, easier. So then we can say the world has become a better place for students with the help of the internet. So yeah, that's an example. Well, I would also agree that technology is making the world a better place. We have more convenient life now than, let's say, 10, 15 years ago. So, of course, with the help of technology, we have better transportation, better what else? Food supply, better, let's say, protection from any dangers around us, like natural disasters. So yeah, technology has really made the world a better place. However, I think technology is also making the world more and more dangerous to live in.
Yes, of course.
Right. And there are a lot of technologies that seem to be harmless, but they actually create a lot of damage. So you know the danger that they cause is quite subtle. You can't easily recognize it. For instance, Instagram is a very popular social media platform, and did you know that Instagram has been sued because for the what is that? For mental health. So
oh really?
yeah, so Instagram, the company itself knew that their platform is affecting the mental health of people. So they knew that. They did a study and they concluded that Instagram destroys the mental health of people. So they knew it. But even after doing a study, and then even after finding out that their company is destroying people's mental health, they still continued running the company, and they did not do anything to, let's say, mitigate the mental health dangers that this social media platform poses to people. And so I don't know what organization, or I suppose it's an organization that sued the company for this issue. So yeah, they were aware that it's bad for people's mental health, and particularly for young people. So it's like exploiting young people for the sake of profiting from them. So yeah, so the company profits, or gets a lot of profit from people at the expense of the mental health of the users. Yeah. So that is an example of how technology has made the world more dangerous.
Yes.
Right, so number 2, people are too reliant on the internet. So we just talked about the internet as an example of technology.
Yeah.
So people are too reliant on the internet. What's your take on that? Do you agree or disagree?
Agree.
You agree. Is it good? Is it good that we are too reliant on the internet?
I think no.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think we are. Like, people are really, obviously, really too reliant on the internet. Like me, myself. Because I think it's hard for people to say, like, not to rely on internet, because internet help us a lot of things, from our work, our study, or our entertainment. internet always helps us, like, giving us a lot of things to choose. But because there are too many things that internet can bring to us, so sometimes we will forget about our realistic world, like what is beside us, and maybe we will pay more attention on the internet, what is going on the internet, like what video is out, what music is out, and then what new things. Because the internet is really fast, like every information goes really fast. So, and it includes the information, including the fake information or maybe real, but we don't know. It just goes really fast. We just what's that called? I don't know. Let me find it.
Okay.
Absorb the information. I don't know how to say. I don't know if it's absorb, but we take that information.
Yeah, absorb. Right. Yeah.
Absorb,
we absorb
yes.
all kinds of information, whether accurate or false information.
Yes, and then it goes, and it's because if it's too fast, so we will want to pay more attention on it. Like every seconds there are some new more information, so you want to keep see to check if there is new one, and maybe you don't just like fashion. You don't want to we don't want to be thrown in the past time. Like everybody is like
fall
everybody
behind.
Is moving up. Yes,
right, you don't want to fall behind. You want to keep up with everybody.
Yes, you want to keep up. So you want to be one of, like, everybody's moving, and you want to be together with them. So you will use a lot of time on internet, and slowly, if you didn't control the time, then you will forget about the real world. Is still the things beside you, like yes. I think a lot of modern society people now has this kind of problem. Even me, this kind of problem. Sometimes I will put too many times on my maybe the place outside I am traveling, or maybe I go to other places. My outside environment is keep changing, but I'm not giving the attention to them. I'm still using my phone or my computer, like this kind of thing. So I don't think this is a really good thing, because then people will too indicated inside. I don't know.
Like they are living in, let's say, the internet world, which is not the real world. So there is like a disconnect between what they perceive to be their world and the real world. The real world outside or around them.
Yes.
Right. And about what you mentioned with regards to too much information we absorb or we get from the internet, that is true. And I think, yeah, we take in a lot of information. But because of, let's say, information overload, we can't process them within us. Process, like you can't process. That means like you try to, let me use the word digest. It's like when you are eating, and the food would go down to your stomach, and it would be broken down so that the nutrients would come out. So the same is true with information. We get a lot of information, so there is information overload around us. And the downside is, because of too much information, we don't get to process them. And so we don't really, yes, we absorb information, but we don't know how to respond to these information, or like we just take them, but we don't even try to think if these information
Yes.
are true or not. So we end up having no position, having no stand on certain things. So we just say, so for instance, if somebody asks you about a certain issue that you have already heard so much about, you will just end up by saying, I don't know, but you know a lot about it. But the thing is, you don't have a particular or a personal opinion or a personal stand because you did not process the information.
Yes.
And you don't even want to process the information. And I know a lot of young people are like that. They just hop into the bandwagon, you know that expression? To jump into the bandwagon. It's like you just join into what's trending. But you don't, you don't, let's say, try to do your own thinking and analyzation so that you could make your personal opinion or your personal, let's say, stand on certain issues. So, yeah, that's really a big problem. So we have more and more of people who can't even, or who don't even know how to fact-check information. You know, they just receive whatever information they get from the internet. Right, so that's bad. And also being too reliant on the internet. I'm thinking of, let's say, for instance, in your case as a student, since you know that you have Google, you tend to not memorize a lot of things. You know, unlike before, when I was in elementary and high school, we needed to memorize a lot of things, not just for the sake of the test, but you know, for you to be able to keep up with the lessons and with your classmates. But these days you don't have to, because you know, when you are, let's say, in class and your teacher mentioned something that you can't remember, then you just you know, grab your phone and search that, and you will get all the information about it. So like, you no longer have the, let's say, the pressure to absorb information and let the information sink into your mind. It's more like you receive information and you let it out. So no information really stays. That's the problem.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, being too reliant on the internet. Okay, so right, maybe this is let's say an eye-opener to us, so that we should yeah, let me type that expression, eye-opener. When something is an eye-opener, it opens your eyes, like it gives you a realization that, oh yeah, right, this is really bad and I should do something about it. So yeah, I suppose this should be an eye-opener, and that we should try to use our mental abilities to not just absorb information but process them, and you know, make our own conclusions based on the facts or the evidences that we have gathered and processed.
Yes.
Right. Well, so yeah, that's just number 2. We have 3 more statements. However, our time is up. Yeah, so that's it for tonight, Michelle. Right, do you have questions? Any concerns?
No.
Right. Okay. Thanks a lot, Michelle.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Bye bye.
Good night.